What is important in life to practice that brings fulfillment? Discipline. Plain and simple. I heard in a podcast that the best way to develop better habits is to start small. Like, unimaginably small. Go to the gym for 5 minutes. Literally. Every day go for 5 minutes and then leave. Once the habit becomes natural, then you can increase the time, workouts, etc. The point is to be disciplined to develop good habits. Appreciating your partner. It's so easy to take someone for granted when they're always there. Make them a coffee or thank them when they make you one. Tell them you love them when they leave for work. Leave a love note on the bed for when they get home but you've left for work. But most of all, make time for them. As your relationships are work, but that's what makes them worthwhile. Depending on your situation, this may kinda apply to your mom, kid, flatmate or otherwise. Doesn't matter who they are. Just don't take them for granted. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to do the washing up. My girlfriend will be home soon and she loves a tidy sink. It's honest to God tough sometimes. #but it takes work to make it work. Physical activity. It's pretty fulfilling when you increase your weight on a lift. Are you start to be able to do pull-ups? Are you find you can run a mile longer than you could last month? Self-acceptance, care and love. Enjoy seeing others succeed. That is so true. It can literally ruin your life if success around you brings you down. The other way around. Imagine feeling happy for someone when they sucked the same way a cute pet will make you smile. Game changer. Making your bed when you get up in the morning. No matter how bad you feel throughout the day, you know you've done something mildly productive and you're rewarded by getting into a made bed at the end. OK Jordan Peterson. S. I actually think about this one a lot. The whole Pinocchio working in the gulags to find his bed was the belly of the whale. Something like that, I think. Sleep. Regular sleep schedules. It helps so much. Like 2:30 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. Wow, too close to home. Being able to take a step back and enjoy it. Sometimes you can't see the forest through the trees. Hate to be that guy, but it's forest for the trees. Implies a lack of being able to see the whole forest due to focusing on small details, instead of not being able to see the forest through small details. Looks like you're focusing on small details. Cooking. If you try a new recipe from a book every day, you'll learn so much about food. Eventually, you'll be able to see the various processes that go into making what you already know, and you can apply it to make anything you want. Once you hit that stage, it's fucking awesome. You feel like a professional chef. Yes, this cooking shows are great too. Plus there is a book called Ratio, which explains the basic ratios to foods so you can basically make anything. Gratitude. When you're dead, but you're not quite so dead if you contribute something. Meditation. It's so often overlooked, but in my experience it has really been life-changing in helping me appreciate small things day to day and live more presently. Any tips for those of us that get violently angry when they try to sit with their thoughts? I'm not sure why, but when I do yoga, qigong, or meditation, I can feel my heart rate rising, and my brain starts racing. It's very awkward. Have you tried doing guided meditations? I don't get angry, but I do have trouble quieting my thoughts, and having that voice to focus on helps me a lot. I haven't tried those, but I'll look into it. Remember to drink water. Staying hydrated actually helps everything. Accepting rejection and self-analysis. I need to make a serious account and throw myself into the deep end of the roasts. You don't have to have a close relationship with someone just because they are nice. Sometimes two awesome people just don't connect, and that's totally okay. Financial discipline. I practiced it and retired early. I'm an ordinary Joe. If I can do it, you can too. The first and last step for me is to stop buying pot. Once I'm ready to do that, I'm set. I am in my early 20s and people always act shocked at how I can save on a low salary. It's called a budget. Not getting the latest shiny every year or reining in your $1,000 per year Starbucks habit won't kill you. Kinda depressing that it seems like people in my age group are just expected to be bad with money. Saying no. What does fulfillment mean? And is it real? That's the question I've been dealing with a lot recently. And I'm increasingly feeling like idea of achieving or wrapping your arms around fulfillment is inherently counterproductive for certain people. I kind of did the things I felt like I was supposed to do. Got the education I wanted. Ticked the job boxes I need for my career. Set up a secure finances and established a relatively healthy partnership with Ensa who loves and supports me. I guess kids would be next, but kids seem miserable. Future career plans could be next, but as a lawyer all the next rungs seem miserable. And switching careers seems kind of miserable too. Don't believe in a religious conviction to create fulfillment, and I'm convinced in the medium term eschatological reality of the world, so making the world better doesn't create fulfillment. Without external drivers, fulfillment isn't a thing. It's a convenient fiction, and looking for is just kinda bummer. I dunno. Maybe that's not helpful. My name is Giorno Giovanna. And I have a Drea Monsieur. You don't have to make the world better. But maybe you're part of it. I think. I dunno. I think that might be what this thread is about. You're listing all of the accomplishment checkboxes, but most of these suggestions lean more towards appreciating what you have regardless of accomplishment or lack thereof. Not all of the suggestions are like this, but I think the most powerful ones are. One of the top suggestions is appreciating your partner, the people around you, and showing that appreciation. That has nothing to do with accomplishment or goals. It's something that directly impacts happiness, not something that promises happiness as a reward for hard work and dedication. I think fulfillment is not an end goal, but a way of experiencing the world. I'm still a grad student. Unmarried, no career, but I feel more fulfilled than not. I've surrounded myself with people I love, and I spend my days doing things I enjoy. I also work my butt off and am working towards those accomplishments. But my life isn't about that. If you're so inclined, music. There's something otherworldly about losing yourself while playing an instrument. You can be completely in the moment. Nothing else matters in those moments but the notes, the expression of the emotion behind them. Staying on time. You don't have time to worry about life or think about drama. You just play, learning to let things roll off your back. Super Metroid speedrunning. Does 3 hours count as speed? Sure is faster than I could do it. Just stop caring about everything. Stress isn't worth it. Contentment. To be contented with what you possess physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. In the end, when life ceases to exist, you cannot bring any material items along except the experiences, memories, etc. you gained through life. That's my take. At least, I want to feel as chill as Thanos when I died. Happy cake day. Grandma activities. Embroidery. Sewing. Tea. Reading. Taking care of the garden. Puzzles. I crochet sometimes. Tea is nice. Confidence in yourself. Be comfortable with who you are and embrace it. Every day we're faced with different opinions on how we should act, look, but really at the end of the day the only thing that should matter is that we're happy with ourselves. Self-discipline. It's just a really important thing to learn because it can save you a lot of headaches. Tolerance. Learn to accept and understand the people around you. Even if you don't agree with them, if you only surround yourself with people exactly like you, you will never be able to grow as a person or challenge your own experiences. Knife skills, not throwing but kitchen skills. I peel myself a mean potato. Taking half an hour to just think. Sitting on my front porch every morning makes my life much more peaceful and enjoyable. Sports. No matter what anyone says, the majority will always judge by the appearance. Anything is a sport if you can quantify it. Communication skills. It will help all of your relationships, which is all you have in the end. cleaning. It might be bothersome to many, but once you're in a clean environment, your entire mindset changes. Hygiene. Reading. Sometimes I get stuck in digital phone land for weeks at a time and it makes me feel deflated. I open a book and after reading a page, as if by magic, I feel like myself again for a while. Self-pleasure, masturbation, not being toxic. It's very hard though. I try to be nice to people online. It's not much but it's something. Stop playing Overwatch after some dude about 5 times old than this kid started yelling it. Hi monsieur. That's not what I paid $37.50 after tax for. That's what happens when people face no consequences for the things they say. Happy Cake Day by the way. An obsession. A project to give yourself to. It'll never give out what you put in, but it'll be yours unlike anything else. Like a part of you. And if you put enough years in, people will inevitably notice. I have a first project that I know I'll botch starting July 1st. Trying to make a game by the end of the month. Self-care. Talking to elders. Ask simple and direct for advice. You will get it. Stay near and make a conversation going. They will participate and know you care about them and their opinion. Best part. You both get benefits without wanting it. Stick-to-itness. The ability or capacity to see a course of action through to its full completion with dogged perseverance. Taking time to self-heal. It's good to routinely take time to heal and focus on yourself rather than others. Now this can be with just an hour or two, once a week or as often as needed, as long as there is a moment where you are in sync healing yourself. Animal Crossing New Horizons brings me fulfillment. It took some practice to get used to the island life because I haven't played previous editions. I stopped playing Animal Crossing and started a little carrot garden. It's dying because I don't water it enough and the soil isn't work well enough either. Fuck, where's my Switch? Gratitude. I don't take things for granted. What about sandstone? Mistakenly so. Figuring out what you enjoy and creating hobbies around them, monsieur. I didn't get my first hobby until I was about 36. I read always doing things, but never had any real hobbies, so I never was really invested in things. I was doing them just to do things, which was fine. Then I discovered how much I loved succulents and how easy they were for me to take care of. And so I learned everything I could about them. Still working on learning. Then that moved to indoor plants and container gardening. Watching my plants grow, flower, change color, self-propagate, bloom. It brings me such peace and joy. I've always needed a creative outlet, and I've done so much trying to find something that fits me. And cross-stitch and crochet were additional hobbies I've picked up. These plus plants have an added surprise of all being things I can share with others, which adds another layer of fulfillment and enrichment in my life by connecting me with people. I've made many friends, some long-term and others were single-serve, but all were awesome as fuck. Just in the last few years since finding hobbies that work for me. My husband is military and I just made the first big move. 1,300 miles away from the only place I've ever lived. We had to drive, and you bet your ass the things that filled up our cars were necessities. Kids, plants, and crafts. 'Cause I'm not risking losing it. Plus being down here alone. He had to go away OBV. My hobbies keep my heart and my head full, and I've already found opportunities to make new friends because of these hobbies. I had no idea what I was missing in my life until I got hobbies. I'm now working on teaching my kids how to find their hobbies. We just finished out first step of rock tumbling as they both love rocks and crystals. They are F6 and M4. I encourage them to go after what interests them, no matter what, 'cause it's not dumb if it interests you. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.